Hello children, welcome to today's English class. Hope you all are safe, fine and happy at home and spending lot of time learning through this media. In the previous classes, I had discussed with you the writing skills and we had also practiced how to write informal letters, how to write a diary entry and also story writing. Hope you might be writing small stories and diary and also trying to write informal letters at home so that you become more perfect in your writing skills. As I had told you before, while discussing the pattern of question in the writing section for you, let me tell you that you have 2 questions of 10 marks each in the writing section and there will be internal choice. So the first question will be either a descriptive paragraph, an informal letter or diary entry. So you will get choice among these questions. And the second one is story writing. Among all this, we have already covered the informal letter, diary entry and story writing. Now, today we will do the descriptive paragraph writing. So, let's try to understand what are descriptive paragraphs. Let's try to understand what are descriptive paragraphs. Now, look at this word carefully, descriptive. This comes from the word describe, okay? So, descriptive, description, so these words come from the word describe and you know that what does the word describe mean? That is detailed explanation, okay? You explain or you write in detail whatever you have seen or whatever you have observed. That is descriptive paragraph. Now, the pattern of question which you are going to get in the exam, you can be asked to describe a person, a place or an event, okay? Person, it could be your role model, great leaders, personalities, etc. Place, any place you have visited, it could be historical monuments, hill stations, park, etc. Now, any place which you have visited. So, there could be a question related to describing any place that you have visited. Any event. Event could be any event, for example, annual day celebration in your school, tree plantation program. It could be cleanliness campaigns, etc. So, descriptive paragraph consists of describing persons, places and events that is there in your syllabus. So, I hope the meaning of descriptive paragraph and how you are going to describe a person, place or event. That means when you are asked to describe a person, whom are you supposed to describe, and a place could be any place that you have visited, and an event. Event could be any function, any program that was held in your school, and sometimes it could also be out of school. So I hope this is clear to you. Now let's move on and try to understand When you describe a person, a place or an event, what are the points you are going to keep in mind? Describing people. Now, what are the points you will keep in mind while you are describing people? As I told you, it could be great leaders, it could be anyone who you consider as your role model, or it could be any great personalities who has impressed you. So, while describing any person, what are the points you are going to keep in mind? Let's look at it. Please look at the screen carefully. Now, when you describe a person, what are you going to write about that person? About his height, whether he is tall, short, medium height, okay? His appearance, right? Build, whether he is thin, whether he is plump, whether he is strong, underweight, overweight, etc. And then hair, color of the hair, whether it's black, whether it is grey, or whether the hair is long or it is short, curly, etc. Now eyes, dark, brown, big, small. Then complexion, dark, fair, whitish or pale. Appearance, how does the person look like? Whether the person is good looking, charming, smart, handsome, beautiful. So you can make use of these words. Other features, maybe beard, mustache, eyebrows, teeth, chin, lips, face, etc. If you want to describe any particular part of the body, maybe the eyes are big, right, and the eyebrows are dark, right? So you can use these words. And qualities. We use adjectives, as you know, to describe a person. So when you're describing a person, you also write about his qualities, as I have been talking to you while teaching the prose lessons also, that you need to know the qualities of the character in order to describe them or in order to write a character sketch about them. For example, sincere, intelligent, diligent, patient. Patient means having patience, not the patient who is there in the hospital. Patience. Soft-spoken, selfish, selfless, kin, kind, honest, innovative, confident, punctual, etc. Now, when you want to describe a place, the place could be the place you have visited. Many a time you could be asked to describe any place which you might not have visited. So dear children, you should not say that I have not visited this place, so how am I going to write about this place? That is why I have told you, you need to read a lot, you need to watch English news, you need to watch videos and know about the different places of our country and also the different places of the region where you live in. So you should have ideas of the place. For example, a hill station, how would a hill station be like? What are the features, physical features of a hill station? Or it could be any historical monument, right? So you should have some idea about our rich culture and heritage, the different places of tourist interest. Because the board can ask you to describe any of these places. Now, when you are describing places, so what are the points you're going to keep in mind? Name of the place, right? That could probably be the heading, okay? And then location, where it is located. Then history. If it is a historical monument or even if it is not a historical monument, there would be some history about that place. You know, some stories or some myths related to that place. So what is the history of that place? And then what does it look like? How is the place? Okay, its size, its appearance and the atmosphere there, right? Whether it is very cool, whether the atmosphere is very pleasant over there, right? So you need to write about the atmosphere. Then what is special about that place? Every place has got its own importance. As you know that, if you go to some place, people will tell you, oh, if you go to that place now, you should eat this. It's very famous there. You should buy this cloth. That is very famous there, right? So what are the famous things over there? Or what are the places of attraction there? Okay, and what do you like there? What is the thing of that place which has attracted you? And then, do you recommend other people also to visit that place? Isn't it? It normally happens that whenever you go and visit different places, you come back and share your experience with your friends. And you are so excited and you tell your friends that, oh, you must definitely visit this place. It's heaven. It's so beautiful. Isn't it? So, now let's look at describing events. Okay? While describing events, what are the points you're going to remember while describing events? I had told you, events could be of various kinds. It could be annual day celebration of your school. It could be a tree plantation in your school, cleanliness campaigns, or it could be a blood donation camp. It could be a celebration of the birth anniversary of great leaders. It could be some national functions like the Republic Day and the Independence Day. Or it could be some services which your school team is offering for the community. So events could be of various types. Now while you're describing any event, what should you remember? Name of the event. What was the event? Right? Probably that could be the heading of your paragraph. And then when did it happen? When you're describing an event, the date, the venue, where it happened, okay, and the place. That is important to mention, where it happened, when it happened, and how it happened. What were the main parts of the function? What were the special attractions? And then who were the people involved? Like organizing any function or any event in the school involves a lot of people. If it is in the school, it could be the principal, the teachers, the students, and sometimes parents also. Okay, and sometimes you have guests from outside also. So who were the guests? Some events have a chief guest also. So you need to write who was the chief guest and who were the other people from outside who were involved in the event. And then why was the event important? Why do you feel that event was very important? What happened as a result of that event? Awareness was created among the students, among the community, right? And or it gave you an opportunity to learn a lot of things. It was a memorable day for you, okay? And maybe it reminded you of your duties and responsibilities. So why it was important? For example, the national days or the birth anniversaries of great leaders. Why it is important for us? Because they inspire us. We learn a lot from their example. So it becomes a memorable day, it becomes a day for a lot of learning for us, and also it becomes important because it is a great inspiration for us. Right? Now children, it might have been very clear to you what are the points you need to keep in mind while you describe a place, a person, or any event. As I told you, in your syllabus only you will be asked to describe these three things: a person, a place, or any event. And as far as the format of writing a paragraph is concerned, it is nothing, just a heading. Heading most of the time is mentioned in your question. If it is not mentioned, with the help of the clues given, the clues can be visual clues also or verbal clues. Okay, so with the help of the clues given, you have to describe that particular event or place or person. If it is a visual clue, maybe you can find what could be the heading of the paragraph. So just write the heading and then start writing the paragraph. And when you begin to write the paragraph, so the opening line has to be really attractive. Most of the time the opening line is related to the topic sentence. That is, what is the topic, right? For example, if it is about any cleanliness drive, so maybe you begin with a small quote. Cleanliness is next to godliness, or Mahatma Gandhi has rightly said. Or you can quote any other leader, or you can write any quote related to cleanliness. That would be an attractive way of beginning a paragraph. And then you come to the topic sentence, and then you need to remember that paragraph writing has to be in a semi-formal style. You need not be very formal like you write formal letters. The language is very formal. Dear sir, most respectfully, I would like to state that, right? So you need not be very formal, and at the same time, the language should not be too simple, because when you describe a person, a place, or an event, it creates a mental image in the mind of the readers. You remember I had discussed with you imagery, a poetic device used by poets, where they use words which creates image in the minds of the readers. So in the same way, descriptive paragraphs have to be very attractive. You know, the use of imagery, the words should be so attractive that it creates interest in the minds of the reader, or it attracts the reader, and at the same time it also creates an image in the mind of the reader. So now let's look at a sample paragraph. Children, look at the question that is there on your screen. Write a paragraph about the Taj Mahal using the clues given below in 150 to 200 words. So the word limit for descriptive paragraph writing is 150 to 200 words. So let's look at the clues. As I told you, the clues could be visual or verbal. Visual means you could get any picture, maybe with one or two words or phrases, from which you get a clue of what the topic could be, and maybe you also get some clues for writing the paragraph. Here we have verbal clues, right? Let's try to look at the clues first. Here I have taken a very simple example of describing a historical monument, because let's go from simple to complex. For you to understand how to describe a particular place, I have taken the example of Taj Mahal. All of you have heard of Taj Mahal, and the moment I say Taj Mahal, many sentences come to your mind, and also maybe you are able to imagine the picture of Taj Mahal. As I told you, you need to know a lot about different places, at least the important heritage sites, the important places of tourist importance, so that you are able to get some idea while you get a question to describe them or write a descriptive paragraph about them. So let's look at the clues given in the question. Ivory marble mausoleum situated in the city of Agra, jewels of the Mughal architecture, built by Shah Jahan, seventh wonder of the world, UNESCO World Heritage, full moon view enchanting, a must visit monument. So around 5 to 6 clues have been given about Taj Mahal. Now, making use of these clues, you have to describe Taj Mahal. Now, I have written it for you in very simple language. and at the same time also have tried to make it attractive. So let's try to see how the paragraph has been written or how this historical monument has been described. I have taken one quote of Rabindranath Tagore about Taj Mahal. Only let this one tear drop, this Taj Mahal, glisten spotlessly bright on the cheek of time forever and ever. Only let this one tear drop, this Taj Mahal, glisten spotlessly bright on the cheek of time forever and ever. This is by Rabindranath Tagore. The Taj Mahal is one of the most beautiful buildings of the world. It is situated on the banks of river Ganga in Uttar Pradesh. It is an ivory marble mausoleum and a perfect example of Mughal architecture. It is known as the jewel of Muslim art in India. It was built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his third wife Mumtaz Mahal. It took 16 long years to build this beautiful monument. Around 20,000 stone carvers, masons and artists from across India, Turkey and Iraq were engaged in this construction. In 1983, the Taj Mahal became a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It was declared the seventh wonder of the world. It is made up of white marble and semi-precious stones. It contains the tombs of Mumtaz Mahal and Shah Jahan. The minarets, buildings, and the beautiful garden around the Taj are the center of attraction for many tourists from different parts of the world. The beauty of the Taj on the full moon is enchanting, an experience like no other in the world. So children, you have got an idea of how to write a descriptive paragraph describing a place. So here we try to describe the Taj Mahal. This was one way of writing. The sequence would be the same, like maybe you can begin with a quote, and sometimes if you don't begin with a quote also, of course beginning with a quote adds to the creativity. And I told you, you have to be very creative while writing or attempting the questions in the writing section, because creativity adds to more marks and makes your writing section more attractive. So if you begin with a quote, it would definitely be attractive. And many a times if you don't remember a quote, so you can begin with the topic sentence. And maybe you can talk about that particular topic in the first line itself. And then you can make it more interesting, more attractive by arranging the sentences in sequence and creating lot of images, making the language very beautiful and describing the place. So here you could add more information about Taj Mahal. When I say the language should be simple, it is not always necessary that you have to write in very simple language. You have to also keep in mind the level. Now you are the students of class 9th. So you are just learning to develop your vocabulary. So it is possible that some students have a very good command over language and they use good vocabularies. See, Taj Mahal, describing it can be done by a student of class 5 also, or by a student of class 6th or 7th. But the language they use will be totally different from the language which you as students of class 9th are going to use. Their language would be very simple, the vocabulary they use would be very simple, and also the word limits. For you, the board has given 150 to 200 words. So 200 words means you have to write good amount of points. So maybe some of you have visited the Taj Mahal, personally seen it and enjoyed the beauty. So maybe you would like to add more beauty to your paragraph. You might write about the gardens, about the adjacent buildings, and something more about the history of the monument. Okay, so it is not necessary that everybody has to write in the same way, or you have to just copy down from any books or whatever has been given in your notebook. You need to mug up and remember and write that. It's not necessary. That is not creativity. So everybody's creativity is different. So you need to develop the command over language, and you need to learn a lot of new words. So you can add more points, you can add good vocabulary, maybe you use better words. If you remember, if you have the habit of continuously reading and looking at the dictionary, you might get more beautiful words also to write the descriptive paragraph. Now, this was one example of describing a place. I would request you to describe any one historical monument of your own islands. It's very important for you children to know the places. You know that Andaman and Nicobar Islands are one of the best tourist destinations of the world. Thousands of tourists come every year, attracted by the natural beauty and the historical sites of this place. So you must definitely have idea of the historical monument. For example, the cellular jail. Okay, it is a national monument. It has been declared a national monument. You must know. Many of you might have visited this place. So I would request you to write a descriptive paragraph describing the cellular jail, and also maybe the Ross Island, the Viper Island, okay, the Shaheed Smarak Balidan Bedi. Okay, also you could describe other events. The War of Aberdeen. You can get lot of topics from the history of these islands. Okay, so to begin with, you can describe the cellular jail, you can describe the Ross Island. Okay, so hope you will try to write. And you might have visited, you might have lot of points. You can always read books. There are a lot of books related to the historical places and the natural beauty of our islands. So you can read them, collect points from them. Dear children, when you are writing descriptive paragraphs, while you are practicing, you must collect points from different sources. Do not just depend on the net. You have to collect points from magazines, newspapers, from books. Okay, and also you can watch many videos about these places. And then while you are describing the place, you will get lot of points, you will remember lot of points to describe. In the same way, I would request you to describe some events that were organized in your school. For example, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So you can begin with saying that Swachh Bharat, Swasth Bharat are the golden words for each and every Indian these days. Our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi had taken this initiative of making India clean and green. So as part of creating awareness about cleanliness and a healthy life, a Swachh school campaign or Swachh Vidyalaya campaign or Swachhata campaign was organized in our school. So who all participated in the campaign? If you had any guests from outside, if your parents were also involved, you know, as part of cleanliness campaign during Gandhi Jayanti also, you go outside your school also and do cleanliness work in the community. you try to clean the public places and also create awareness. You also do a lot of nukkad nataks related to the topic. So I would like you to write at least 2-3 paragraphs related to the various events organized in your school. It could be the annual day function, it could be your annual sports. So you will get at least 4 or 5 topics or events which are held throughout the year in your school, and last year what all events were there in your school, you try to describe them. Write down in your notebook so that you get more practice of writing descriptive paragraphs. I hope children, writing descriptive paragraphs is clear to you, what you need to do in order to improve your writing skills in writing this particular question of your writing section. Hope you will practice by writing a lot, and happy learning. Stay safe, stay at home.